Good morning from Hong Kong. Alright, here's the events of last night. First off, on the core, I've wrapped it with the Teflon tape used for plumbing threads. And because the edges were sharp, and when I wrap the magnet wire around it, I didn't want that to cut into it, so it's just one thin layer, but I can press on it now, and it doesn't puncture it, doesn't hurt my finger, etc. So it's just one thin layer. So that's what I have for that. Now, going off of what TinMan was talking about, got my paper clip and my different magnets here. Now, what I've got is, because I don't have anything exactly 10 mm, so I used the old packaging straps that came with the cores, and zero it out. So if we go on here, I got 10.43 mm. So 10.4 mm, that's my distance here. So if I go and let's hit the north, let's get that on the coil here. Let's get that centered. So at 10.4 mm distance on that with the old trusty paper clip, I still have a little magnetic pull to it. It kind of goes through. And thing is, if you can see, I'm kind of holding it about another 10 mm. I feel the pull, but it's still kind of sticking. So, and I mean, it still holds. Doesn't matter how far away I am, I still feel it, just because this amorphous iron just grabs that. So I don't know. I'm confused right now. TinMan definitely wants some input on this one. So, because I mean, I can feel the magnetic pull through the paper clip, and I'm holding it quite a distance. And I mean, it's not real strong, but I can feel it. So now that's with this one, this magnet, which will consume 50% of the area of the core. And so let's change magnets here, and I put it up here. Okay, so this one's north. So let's get that on here. Let's kind of center it. Alright, that's centered. So, oh, there's my paper clip. So the paper clip's on there. So now this is, this magnet is only 25% of the area of the core, and I've got about the same amount of actually, I think, well, in the center it's got, kind of feels a little bit more sticky. So again, because of the thickness on that, I think that with this, it's a stronger magnet this way, but it is stronger. It definitely does feel stronger. And again, with the distance, I can still feel it. So it's not falling off. So I know this theory works when you're using like welding or brazing rods and that, but with this amorphous iron, I mean, it takes the magnetism all the way through it. So I don't know, TinMan, advise, please. Okay, so now moving on to the next thing. Last night, Phyllis and I, while consuming Carlsberg, and she was drinking one, but I made this circuit. Now, again, I wanted to make this modular, and so it's going to, if this is the front of the coil, then this is going to be mounted onto the back. So this will connect into my trigger and run coils into that, and then I've just got from here, as you can see, I have my primary battery and I have my charge battery, so those will go here, negative, positive, negative, positive. I've made it so I have 4 of the 5408 diodes, so I got 12 amps this will handle. I have the 250 volts neon, and I've got the 4007 crossing from the base to the emitter. And now on this is again the BU406 transistor. What I've done is I've used this this heat transfer stuff you would use on a CPU. So on the back of the transistor to the heatsink, I have this, so if it does heat up, I make sure to keep it cool. And the potentiometer is a 1K 2-watt wire wound potentiometer, so that should be a good starting point. And as you can see here where the resistor is, I can unscrew it and just keep putting in different resistors as I tune it. And as Ron was saying, if I wanted to put in some capacitors on this side, I've got the space here to do it. But now keep in mind that when I make the full system with the 12 rotor or the 12 coils, now these aren't going to be here. It's just going to be this plug here. So this is the trigger and run, and then everything else is just the run. So on the board, this will stick on to the 4 wires that'll go around it. So I can just unplug this and unscrew that, and everything kind of comes apart. So I'll be able to keep changing and doing things as I want. But, well, that's a bad solder, as you can tell. That's from the Carlsberg. But that's where I stand for this. Now, today I'm going to go back over this, make sure my solders are good, because as you can see, one isn't. And I'm going to wrap this coil, and I'm going to try it with the 4 and the 9 ohm, see how that works. And I'm going to make the coil using the different magnets. So this magnet, the ones that are this, and then the ones that, oh Jesus, they're pretty strong. So anyway, that was fun. Good thing I was wearing my video glasses and with the safety lenses. Alright, gentlemen, off to have some breakfast, and I'll talk to you later this afternoon. Bye-bye.